Yeah, power to the peoples. We back at new maintenance. Yeah. We gonna rock like Hamp greatness when we came in. Got that Hamp pack on deck. That Hamp pack is ready to roll out. Got that Hamp pack on deck. It's ready to roll out. Got that Hamp pack on deck. It should be ready to roll out soon. You know what I'm saying? Hampton Sage. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of it, Hampton Sage. Mm-hmm. All right, power to the peoples. We back. We back with another track. Something to lay back, cool it out. You know what I'm saying? Just smooth it out. Yeah, Hampton Sage and the Hamptons Hunts. Yes, sir. We back. You know what I mean? We back. Clean this screen off. Yeah. How y'all doing? I told you I was back. I know what the algorithm is doing. So I'm going to play right along with him. I'm going to play right along with the algorithm. They playing with people monetization numbers. When you want to get monetized, they playing with your public watch hours. So you got to hustle. They stealing our numbers every day. That's why people doing so many hours on the YouTube. Because YouTube is changing the policies and broadcasting yourself is starting to become a little too much. Especially if you're stealing content from other people. We out here in a heavy journey. And we chilling in the heavy journey. Feel me? Welcome to the show. We out here grinding in the new atmosphere. Hampton Sage with the Hamptons Honeys. Okay? We look very bright and intelligent. You feel me? Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Get that sage. Hamptons Honeys, boy. Sit down. So we out here in the trenches. So in today's edition, we talk about them Hamptons Honeys and Hampton Sage. We got our own page. We rolling and growing. How we looking out there tonight? We looking real good. You know what I'm saying? Got the Hampton Honeys coming through. They know what time it is. They bringing in the brew. Yes, sir. Subscribers mode. You won't get me again. All you crazy people coming in, hanging around, leeching. Can't trust you. Like PE said, can't trust you. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Can't trust you, baby. No, sir. That's why we gotta hold it down. Best way we know how to hold it down. Because we back. Mm-hmm. Let's see how this roll out. I'm watching. I'm listening. I'm out here. I know what you're saying. Yo, Hamp. What's up? What's up? We did it. We did it, boy. We did it. Okay? Without no gimmicks. We did it by ourselves. You know what I mean? Yep. Mm-hmm. We got 700 people in the building. I don't know what's going on. You know? It ain't my problem. I don't know what's going on. Because it ain't my problem. I came to put some work in so I can have a good Friday. Yeah. So we can crush up the whole competition immediately. You feel me? There ain't no competition at all. That dude is like Carl Kanad. You know what I'm saying? Unforgotten. Lazy Bone and all the rest of them dudes. That's what he is. You feel me? Yeah. So we tap in to these wonderful beats. Find out what's happening. Wait till y'all creep in, man. It's about 700. That ain't enough. It's supposed to be about 900 people, 1,000 people up in here. That's what it's supposed to be in here. It's supposed to be that. You know what I mean? We here. Welcome to the show. Your host. You know, had a beautiful day. We out here. Beautiful night. I'm your host, Hood Hamptons, a.k.a. Hassan Campbell Life Stories TV. And I'm happy to see you today. We got a new hat for your mindset. You know what I'm saying? You see that hat? Excuse me. Yeah, we out here. We selling hats. Gats. We selling hats, gats. So we gonna find something nice and light. I remember this. 600 people. 600 people in the building. We stay with that 0600 number, boy. Peace and love. It's only 10 minutes into the show. I feel nice and cool. just hunting for something. But yeah, today's show was just Hamptons Honeys. We about to go to the Aspens. We got them Hampton Honeys editions. You know, we got the editors writing the Hampton Honeys magazines. Okay, we got them Hampton Honeys magazines coming out real soon. You know what I'm saying? We got them Hamptons Honeys magazines coming out real soon. Got the Hampton Honeys, baby. They on their way. Can't go wrong if you drink water all day. You know that? Hampton's Honeys is on the way. You can't go wrong if you drink water all day. That only means you're getting smart. You're staying out of trouble. You feel me? We out here. Good beats. Yeah. Okay, that was a little something to hold you down, to bring you in to a different world. Let's check it out again before we come out, because you know how they are. The Hamptons Honey Mans is good. We selling honeys. That's just a package deal. I don't want you to think that this is we pimping. We ain't pimping. We just selling purified honey to take care of your immune system. You know what I mean? That's what we giving out. That's what we giving out. I think it's too much, man. Too much samps. There's too much samps up in there. You know what I mean? There's too much samps up in there, man. You know, we gotta push that back and try to find some work without them stamps, with them samps. You know what I'm saying? Without them samps, man. Let's see. All right. That looks good. Right? I don't know about this. No, they didn't get us with that. They didn't get us with that. I remember that one. Nah, because we want to make sure we grab it the right way. $400 people in the building. We just waiting about 15, 20 minutes. I know how it go. I'm down with this. I know how it works already. Don't bother me who's in the building no more. Because we working. You know, we working. We having fun. I know about having fun. And this is having fun. Hunting for some beats. From soapboxing them. And we in the trenches. Yeah, that sound like some sage. That sound like some sage right there. Oh yeah, that sounds good. That sounds like some old classic roster. The Jamaicans. Ziggy Marley and the crew. Bob Marley and the family. Peter Tosh and the family. This is the Hamptons Honeys. This is the Hamptons Honeys. We're selling honey to keep your immune system together. Not only that, you saving lives out here. You know what I'm saying? And we want to make sure that you're ready for the world to come. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Oh, that's perfect. So I can hear you. Catch everything on deck. No doubt. Hear that? Oh. That's that sit back and puff sage. Mind your business. Write your little story for the show, for your own show. Keep it positive. You know what I'm saying? A few people gave a few pointers. We took it. We paid attention to certain people's class. And we jot down certain things and make it our thing. Yo. He ain't gonna want to be up for this, but he gonna say to himself, how he doing? By doing it. By doing it. Just by doing it, baby. I ain't down with no depression team. I'm not down with no disturbance. We got a special lane. We fly. Hove gave us the lane, the HOV lane. We just cruise control. We ain't thinking about nobody. The rear view mirror is just like it's supposed to say. We ain't doing no work. We ain't gonna get no clout over here, baby. You gotta have some work. We entertain it because it's something that's entertaining. We having fun entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Another 15 minutes until Friday. Perfect. Perfect hit. Perfect hit. A perfect hit. You know what I mean? A perfect hit. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see what else we got. You hear that? Another soapbox bullet. Nice. See how we got it? Daytime, we turn it up. Nighttime beats. It's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Got that little man running across the screen. Got that little man running across the screen. That little guy running. Hand pack. Y'all remember that hat from Forced to Sin from way back? Hand pack. Y'all remember that hat from Forced to Sin from way back? It's the hand pack. Y'all remember that Kango hat from Forced to Sin way back? It's the hand pack. Y'all remember that Kango hat? Hand pack. Yes, sir. Yeah. You remember? That Strobe Life beat right there. Strobe Light made that beat. It's my Queens nigga beat right there. He sent that one in through the email. Because he know what we doing out here. We holding it down. I know what everybody trying to do. But this is grown man bars. It's something you gotta deal with. No matter what all them other YouTube pages is doing, it ain't gonna equal up to this realness. We got the whole thing lined up in the Aspen, Poconos Mountains, Bear Mountain. We out there with the Hampton Hunters and the Hampton Sage. What more can you want? And gold chain. Hampton Hunters and Hampton Sage. What more do you want? Hampton gold chains. Looking good, control his rage. After that, kid, he'll break your rib cage. Lufarigno days. Holly, with the airplanes. Came through flying, kid, all days. Met him at the Holiday Inn. Came through with the tattoo ink. Lined it up with a 38 and a Mac 10. That's where we was traveling. Me and my boys came through with different toys. Played with them, made moves, kid, big boys. Just to talk to them. Maybe we'll walk with them right to the, where at the swamp. Drop them right there. Alligators will eat them. Now we out, y'all. Yeah. We back. Having fun on the track. Strobe Life. Yeah, Strobe Life made that beat. Strobe Life made that beat. The Hamp Pack. Y'all remember that Kango hat from Foster Sin way back. This little guy running across the track. 1-900K subscribe, like, comment, and share. What can you do? We live. Hanging in there. Spoke to my man. He said they was living. He said he'd been living there. He's 28 years old. He said he'd been living in that house for 28 years. They just moved to Long Island. He said that Hurricane Ida done took over Queens so bad, and some of the houses that they figure that they can work with, you know what I'm saying, and figure that they can get the money, they figure that they can buy a whole new house because the property value now is looking dim because there's so much dirt that done got corroded from that. And all they trying to do is put something on top of it instead of getting down there and recoiling it in order for it to say, okay, but they just putting dirt on top of dirt. And some of the buildings be shifting and moving and how it's, you know what I mean? So they need to level this whole thing out. And Queens is a big place. So they got the construction sites to do it. So I spoke to my friend, man. He said, yo, I left. I spoke to him today. I said, man, you out, huh? He said, yeah. And y'all heard today, our little friend is running around hiding in Israel. He's hiding in Israel. This is what I'm saying. The new laws is cracking down on them landlords who continuously to be slumlords. And they get away with it because they Jews. They get away with it. I'm only speaking facts. But that's all the area that I see. And all the areas that I see is being unkept, being demolished from trash and erodedness of the weather, being not taken care of every 3 to 4 or 5 years. And when you ask who owned the place, he's tell you, Jews. So I asked him who owned his place. He said Indians. So I said, oh, so this section is Indians and this section over here is, That's why I see the Jews trying to come over here and try to force their way into doing things. And some of these guys is holding tight. But the only thing about it is that they the landlord. They're going to make that situation a little harder by raising the rent up. Like my man said, we didn't have no headaches with that. So we've been grateful for 7 years. Next month will be 7 years that everything been cool. But the value and the situation is looking grim. So they looking for him for unpayment situations. But he is in Israel. He's in Israel. And the landlord cracked down in New York City. Somebody is looking into it real heavily and trying to wean out the Jews. They trying to wean them out. For all the years that they done prosper on dealing in landlordship, and they looking real dim because they know they secret. They found out they secret. And they said, you know what, man? The only way we could beat these guys is slowly take back the land that the city owed. They just bought the property, but we own the city land property. We own it. So when the city start doing that, when the mayor start pulling back and taking, now that's the only thing I could say about Adams, Mayor Adams. That's the only thing I could say. I think he's doing things eternally instead of outernally. For us to want to be like, yo, he ain't looking out for the blacks, but maybe he's doing something. If blacks wake up and see something, they could possibly make a move, because this rent situation is dirty dealing with these people's who's landlords. And majority of the landlords is not Afro-American. They not Puerto Rican. They not no Latin. They are who they are. They are the Jewish community. And the city is saying to themselves, you might bought the property, but we own the land. We take the land back. You can't no longer put property on this land due to the fact that you're slumlording people. I had a whole situation with my landlord a few years back. This guy was so adamant about trying to make it his business. Just because I wanted some paint, just because I wanted him to fix things, just because I was like, yo, it's cold. What's up? This is a private house. We shouldn't have this problem. Why is you bugging out? Why is you not looking out? Why is I'm paying you my rent? What's up? Oh, you causing me problems. You bothering me. Buy heaters. It's fires that start with these heaters. It ain't that much sockets in this place. Then when we burn the heaters, you'll call us and say, hey, the rent, the light is high. This is high. Psychology. So they thought like this. These Jews bought these buildings. They bought these buildings, right? They fix them up, right? You know what they do? They try to cut out Con Ed. See, that's the psych. They try to cut out Con Ed much as possible, right? With no gas. By putting it all under one component. By saying, hey, it's electric gas. It's electric lights, electric heat. No more heat coming from the boilers no more. But they figure that the people who take pictures of the boiler and take pictures of the meters, they change the meters to see how much energy is using in certain houses. This house don't use that much. It uses the same amount of energy every day, if not more, a little bit if people charges some things and whatnot. Or I'll bring an extra film crew here and we do extra work with the lighting. But they'll put this in housing, like my friend house, we had to call Con Edison. and say, hey, it's cold. I know what you say we owe, but you got to remember the landlord. You hear the fire trucks? Heaters causing fires. Boilers, if it was under a timer, due to the fact that some people put under 50 degrees. If it's 50 degrees, they don't let the boiler go up. If it's under 50 degrees, it shoots up to give heat. But they doing this in certain areas of buildings that they buy, and they make it electric gas. So if the light goes off, you can't cook, but you're paying your rent. I don't get it. So we had to let them know, hey, we will give you the money, but you got to turn the gas and the lights on for us, because all that is under one component. It ain't separate like it was before. So that was a psych. So Mayor Adams picked that up on the conference board from people saying, yo, what's up? So they put them in the situation. They put us in a situation. You got to tell these people to stop playing with the meters. So they steal from Con Ed by saying, yo, we're not gonna use so much of their service. We're gonna just take electric. So Con Ed probably asked them, do you want electric and gas separate? They lied. They said, nah, we'll take it just under one component. And you asked them, what's the component? Just electric. We getting electric stoves. See, them electric stoves ain't no good. Fake gas with electric. Seem like one of them damn vape pens. That's what these stoves are. They're like vape pens. The way they coil you to rope the heat up, like the commercials, the info commercials. Psychologically playing the peoples out. So when Mayor Adams in the city get a control of the grounds of the property, those peoples would not be able to landlord this land no more. It would be in the hands of the city. Because the banks run this. Banks will take this immediately. You owe the bank coming. They don't want no problem. They want the deed. They want you out. It's over. We're going to sell it. It's our land now. We're going to sell it. And the only highest bidder that buys these lands is the Jews. They buys them and they put these prices on them, make it all fancy and whatever. Next thing you know, it's sham. So Mayor Adams did the right thing by taking control and taking back the city. Facts. I just can't see that every place I go to and speak to everybody. And every place I go to, if it ain't by an Italian or some Arab or somebody of the dignity, that they want to keep their property the right way. When I see a builder that looks in the shambles, it's only a few things that go through my mind. That's the Jews building right there. One or two things. It's a lot of something in there for it to look like that. Because they figure if they make it look neat, they're stealing on property taxes. They don't want to pay for their property taxes, but they just want you to pay their rent so they can keep running to Israel. It's crazy. It's crazy, though. All I see is that the city said they don't want it no more. They done found the loopholes that they was running into, and they kept plugging it in and said, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. So now they banding together, trying to get something big together, but the city of New York is not upleasing this trademark land. Because we found out Americans put this New York City together, New York state together. Yeah. I ain't see no Swassenov, Katz, Cohen's, Steinbergs, no names with all the names you could think of that signifies Jew. I ain't seen none of them. I just seen Americans coming across, naming this situation Yorktown, New York City, New York. So they finding a loophole. Mayor Adams, I appreciate that. I think that's a good look. They want to psychologically play with Mayor Adams because of the ratings, but he's still in a good look just by attacking housing in a complete form. Because once you know who got the market and you find out who owns the land, we could take that. We don't want your business. We get complaints that you are bothering the people with no decency. That's good. You are bothering the people with no decency. You ain't giving no decency to the buildings. You ain't giving no decency to the heat, hot water, let alone some of the buildings ain't got no elevator. Got people living on 5 floors, looking crazy. The tiles look green, dirty, and we blame some of the individuals that lives there. They got to put in their work. I told my Jewish connect next door, I said, hey, let's not forget payment time. Please, let's not forget you owe me. Watch the place. Yeah, I've been watching the place. Is anybody go in it? No, it's payment time. Okay, see me tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. I got the window right here. My dog will hear you and I'm going right downstairs and say, how you doing? Shake your hand and say, look, sir, I'm here to tighten up before the weekend. Because Saturday, you don't want to be outside. You celebrating your Sabbath. So I talked to my little Jewish friend and told him, hey, look, payment time. And sometimes you want to talk the language they talk. It's time to take care of the payment. It's time to take care of the bill. It's time to take care of the rent. It's time to get paid. However language they want to put it in. He told me to see him tomorrow. Last time he gave me a few dollars. A couple of dollars. I took that. Now we back to a new month. So I ran up on him today and said, hey, I want you to know that if you was watching them cameras, you saw us. That nobody's been messing around over here. If anything happened like that, that's considered to be shut-eye time. We didn't catch that, but in the morning, we took care of that property because it's next door to us. So anything go over there, come over on our side. And everything go on our side. So we look out for each other. But you got to pay. You told me to look out. You said you'll pay me. I'll be there for the payment. In this whole sense, Mayor Adams figured out the loopholes that they was in. Now, some of them might be good landlords, but they know that it's time for the stronghold to leave. Because some of these developers is using that. Some of them developers are using how long they going to stay in power like this. Nobody's eating. This is supposed to be the land of the free home. You're American. And then there's more pockets being greased to say we're going to push out more Jews and keep America situated. See, that's why the numbers got played out with that old president. Because he was attacking things like this. Slumlord material. But the mayor and the governor. Okay? Because if the migrants is here, or they're trying to come back here, who owns some of these dirty buildings that got space and not doing nothing with them? You can send some good old Mexicans in there to tighten it up, slap some beds in there, put some old pipes of exhaust pipes and things of that nature, and take the land back. This the land of the free, home of the brave. But it done got sold because somewhere down the line, America sold it. And starting to wake up and say, hey, we done sold this property. We could take it back. It's ours. Forcibly, or just telling them straight up and down, hey, we don't want you occupying this space no more. We got a couple of complaints. They feel like your business is no longer needed here. So you gotta give up the property. Sorry. Oh, you bought it. Here go double the money that you gave us. Or they probably said, well, you can buy the property every 10 years you pay, but every 10 years it go up. So America probably say, hey, this time you're coming back for the 10th year. It ain't that price no more. It's over. So they start running and scrambling and getting everybody in it, and it causes a confusion. But the paper don't lie when you follow the paper trail. So Mayor Adams did that. He made sure he attacked the slumlord Jews who run buildings in Afro-American communities and treating them like they are nobodies, but stealing all they rent. And if you miss a month, they'll cut you a break to get the next month, but they still want that next month. And then when you go to Crown Heights, mid-Crown Heights coming into mid-Brownsville, mid-East 98th Streets and all that, you'll see how they living. And then I'm starting to notice the Africans, the Senegals. The Senegal Africans are starting to move closer to the Indians, which is in Queens. They starting to move a little bit closer, starting to take their little areas of space that nobody wouldn't like to take, such as basement material with no sunlight. So they running around stealing and bunching up together like Arabs. Running up and down with the taxi cabs, that's $3 a wop now. Sending money back to their country, funding some fake government to try to overthrow the government over there, to try to come back over here, steal America's money, and double up over in Africa. A sad state to make me believe that my Africans is doing this, and then don't acknowledge you. We know the color is a little bit darker than how my color is. I understand we chocolate, but you black. We ain't mad at that. No, sir. What we trying to figure out is what Malcolm told you. Y'all our lost brother. We your lost brother. So I think we should come together, get this bridge, and pull our resource, being that we got the greatest land of resource, which is Africa. That's a big fact. Our leaders is running around in their hands is being tied behind their back because they still don't want to be in that poverty, such as waiting in line poverty, or such as every 2-week poverty for a job, or such as the Amazon packages getting stolen and all this other. They just want to keep their perks alive. So they turn a blind eye and act like they don't see things, even though they see. So I had a guy who lived in the neighborhood, and he's a council member. And I spoke to him. I said, oh, snap, what's up? You a council member? He said, yeah. I said, how long you been councilman? He said, well, I've been councilman for about such and such. I give him about 10, 15 years. I'm going to give him that. I'm going to give him almost 10, 15. I'm going to give him about 10, 15. So he like, yo, I said, word. So I said, you don't mind if I give you a little few talk for a minute? I'm from Queens. He like, what you do out there? I was like, well, you know, it ain't too many the color that you are. So I'm like, I'm happy to see you. If they are the color that you are, they in the back black, real black district, like Queensbridge section, little spots mom and pops booths that pull people in, take their Medicaid and steal. That was dirty. So I say, Joe, what you think? If you've been here this long, what has changed that you changed? Like, did you put something in here that do the people know you? Do they wave? And I ain't see nobody wave at him. So when I asked him about price gouging, I was like, yo, there's a lot of price gouging in this area right here, especially that supermarket. It's the only supermarket for this area besides the other supermarket, but that's way down there. And some people don't like dealing with that supermarket. That supermarket is kind of like, it ain't prevalent. It ain't as open as the other supermarket that has a name. The other one just called Green Village Supermarket. So I guess people run up in there. They may not have Oreos. They may have Cheerios. You know what I'm saying? They may not have Hershey. They may have Kershey bars. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff like that. But it's good. It's good work. So we come to a fight on saying, hey, we need this work. Came all the way down here for this work. What we gonna do? So I asked him about the price gouging in the neighborhood. He looked at me like I was crazy. He said something pertaining to something about me going to do something. Like, no, you're right here. I want to know what you're doing for the community. And what have you done to change things, if things has changed? What changed since you've been in office? Besides living in that little brownstone on a two-way street, which is only 3 stories. So you living good. You come downstairs, you got your parking space. They know that's the councilman's parking space. You don't do too much walking around looking for parking. So this is the thing I'm asking. He couldn't really answer that. Nah, he couldn't answer that. Only thing he could come up with was, if it's a meeting coming his way here, and like they always say, try to bring people down for photo ops. And that's where we got the word op. That's they ops, man. Psyops, whatever op you can think of. Yep. OP, which Ocean Pacific. It can stand for any abbreviation you want to put. Mean you think they're working for the op. So Bill Gates bought all the land, and other technical individual bought all. I think he bought all of something else. What did he buy all? Bill Gates bought all the farmland. I think he bought, what son said? I think he bought something. It'll come to me, but he bought, and there's only 2 people. I got to go back and check a look at, but the farmland thing is very, very critical. Because if we growing this thing that we need to keep us alive, and he owns the farmland, then we're going to be in trouble. And this is when you're going to have to rely on your government. Because if they don't help us out with people like him, Bill Gates, who is a tyranny, this place will get in anarchy quick. It'll get into anarchy quick if we don't stop Bill Gates. If we don't stop Bill Gates and dirty politicians, it's gonna be a raving hell in whatever borough you from. Can't keep yelling out hell in Harlem, but that's just a slogan of what we used to say, hell up in Harlem. But you could be hell up in Staten Island, hell up in Queens. That's how real it is. We came to put in a little work. That was perfect hit. We're going to stretch it to the hour like we supposed to do. Another new day. This is 12 o'clock. We done broke the mark. Felt good. Okay. This is how you burn the midnight show. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. This is a new day. Can't do nothing better but to say thank y'all for hanging out with the Hamp. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're hanging out with me. And the Most High gonna take care of all the situations we need for it to be. So just stay strong. Stay in your sage world. Don't play around outside the sage world. A lot of people selling fentanyl. Be careful. That's that live traffic out there. That's that live traffic. So once again, we seen the psychosis of Mayor Adams working the housing program. We seen the people from Texas, the governor, Chip Roy, a Republican from Texas, senator, was upset about the State of Union address, which is the State of Confusion address. And he felt like, stop spending money that we don't have. And that's a fact. What is we spending money on? What is he trying to tell them people? Biden administration is completely losing its mind, sending so many millions and millions and millions of dollars to Ukraine. It makes me think he's funding the war from somewhere within, so that in fact, that when it's time for America to pay that bread to China or try to kick most of the majority of China out, Russia will be strong. So he know what he doing. And when you run up on a Russian and say, what's up, what's up, what's up, his mindset looking at you like, look at this bum. Look at this bum. This is another Hood Hamptons Productions. We came through with another strong one. You know what I'm saying? It's heavy. We broke the barrier once again. Heavy work. So Biden sent all that money to all the Russians. And you wondering why we got inflations in your local stores. A Bronx grocery store in the Bronx just burned down. So that's what we doing now? We burning down grocery stores. All the grocers burning down their grocery stores for a big insurance money. Then after that happens, they don't even want to rebuild there no more. They're going to find another location. So now that building there is empty. They're going to hold it and make it into nothing for you to go get no food out of. I bet you that. So they're going to try to starve us. And all we could think of and do is not to starve, but fall in line to the inflation. I'm facing it myself along with everyone else. But what's keeping me strong is that vegan place to be that I go to that substitutes some of the stuff that I used to eat. That's what keeps me alive, plant-based food. Because I knew they was going to push this issue until we get this administration and a new administration to take care of the peoples. See, I can't think, because I ain't vote for Joe Biden. I voted for Trump. But it had me believe that everybody that was on that line that stood all the way outside, it was only one me against all those Democrats. Yeah. Joe Biden supporters. Yeah. I ain't telling nobody what I was doing. I was listening intensively to certain people talk pertaining to certain politics talk. Heavy. Bill Gates bought all the farms. Bronx bodega store caught on fire. I just told you the story about the guy in the water destroyed his home. They realized that they can get the money and go start somewhere fresh instead of trying to hold on to some old memories that they can't patch up because the ground is eroded. The ground is eroded. It's how Hamp wrote it. Another perfect hit. No, we're not going to push it today because it's getting late. We just want to say thank y'all for hanging out. I just want to push for 3 more minutes of your time, and then we up out of this place to be. So we're not going to have Joe Biden for president next year. Much as you want to keep him there because he was helping out some of your rapper friends with fake teeth in their mouth because they were the ones that was saying for you, not me. I saw the moment. Vote for him. Vote for him. He wasn't lethargic then. Now he's bugging out. Selling America back into the hands of the people who looking to enslave black folks. That's not good. That's not good, President Biden. You're not the politician I voted for. Remember that? You're not. Giving all that money. Joe Biden giving all that money to the migrants. He giving all that money to the Ukraine, funding Ukraine. That's not your business. That's not our war. You're giving out all that money. And you looking to try to stop Mayor Adams from doing the things that he's doing. You looking. You doing your best. Hoping that'll get you another re-election test. Nah. That's going to make that man come back in office anyway. Shame. Okay, we approaching up. It's that last of it for the seconds of it. We want to appreciate the peoples for coming through. It was a very beautiful show. I had to hit it up with 1, 2, 3. It was tough. I finally did it. I was in and out of consciousness. I snapped into it. That only lets you know that we out here working. I was in and out of consciousness. I was in and out of dimensions, thinking, pulling. I realized I was talking about Mayor Adams, and I was talking about Joe Biden sending all that money to all those peoples out there and not taking care of the American people, spending money that we don't have by pulling all these migrants into the city. And Mayor Adams, slow it down. We don't need so many people running around Grand Central Station like before. So this time, take it easy. Hamp gonna be back solid. You already know. Peace and love. Hair about like oxygen.